Order! Order! You are an incorrigible delinquent at times. Behave yourself, man!
Now, millions of low-income households could see their energy bills slashed following a Watchdog investigation. The Competition and Markets Authority say that customers of the big six energy companies have been paying £1.7 billion a year more than they need to. Among proposals announced today is a price cap for prepayment customers and moves to make the energy market more competitive. But do these proposals go far enough? Here's our social affairs editor, Jackie Long.
I spend quite a bit of time out if I can, and then I come back and I probably end up going to bed or whatever, or curling up on the sofa with my blanket.
Coming in out of the cold, into the cold. Jane Sharp says basics like heat and light are something she can't always afford.
It's prioritising which bills you can afford to pay, which ones you can't. You always need to try and stay warm or keep the lights on, things like that.
But Jane is one of the 4 million people who could find feeding the meter will eat up less of their money. Today's long-awaited report calls for some of the poorest and most vulnerable customers who use prepayment meters to have the price of their energy capped. Jane could save around £90 a year.
I wouldn't have to be struggling to buy food and eat, because it's all about being able to eat or keep a flat warm.
As well as capping prices for meter customers, there are a number of other proposals aimed at increasing competition and, the authority hopes, improving deals for the customer. They include opening up customer databases so that consumers who aren't shopping around can be targeted directly by other suppliers, trying to tackle rollover contracts where suppliers automatically put customers on less favourable deals, and widening the selection of tariffs on offer. With 70% of customers on standard tariffs, the report acknowledges that consumers may have been paying around £1.7 billion a year more than they needed to.
Why isn't there more pressure on the big six, given that we pay one of the highest, if not the highest, prices for our energy in Europe?
Well, the good deals are out there. I mean, that's the thing. There are good deals out there, not just from the competitors, but from the big six themselves. They're there.
But the problem is you acknowledge that those big six effectively have been overcharging customers to the tune of £1.7 billion a year.
What we have said is that those on standard variable tariff have been paying more than they should, but
much more.
Not much, £300 a year more. But the answer is in their own hands, and that has been a bit of a puzzle. But we think that the measures that we're taking, and indeed the measures that are going on elsewhere in the market, will make that situation a lot better over the next few years.
But not everyone is convinced today will bring radical change for people who need it.
They're not just vulnerable people who are on meters, others are vulnerable. Last year there were 43,900 unnecessary, according to the statistics, deaths of older people through cold-related illnesses.
The energy firms will be given time to consider the report. Millions of customers will be waiting to see what they do next.
Jackie Long reporting.
I've been getting